Hi friends, I'm Ruel Gaviola, and today I'm previewing Rogue Seas for Our Family Plays Games. Rogue Seas will be on Kickstarter on June 14th, and this video is being sponsored by Mighty Paladin Games. Now here's Starla with an overview of this swashbuckling game on the high seas.
The San Miguel, a mighty Spanish ship, was filled to the brim with precious metals and stones. To escape pirates hot on their trail, the crew ventured into the perilous infinity storm, never to be seen again. Pirate captains from every port in the seven seas have flocked to these waters in search of the fabled treasure. Rogue Seas is an easy-to-learn strategy game in which players must upgrade their vessel and assemble their crew in order to find buried treasure, slay lethal monsters, and plunder loot from merchants and other captains. Your ultimate goal is to find 5 missing pieces of the treasure map, safely navigate the Infinity Storm, and reach Treasure Island. All right, Captain, make sure your ship is ready. These rogue seas are not to be reckoned with.
Rogue Seas is a fun and familiar theme, pirates, of swashbuckling adventure on the high seas. Now, when I play pirate games, I think of a lot of classic games like Jamaica, Dead Men Tell No Tales, Libertalia. This one sets itself apart from those games with its really evocative art. It is really tied in with the theme. You've got the cool little ships that you're moving around on the map, and you've also got your crew cards, your captain cards, loot, treasure, and event cards, and best of all, the player boards. These player boards are really easy to understand. You're going to take one look at your ship and see, okay, this is what I need to do. The iconography on the cards is well thought out, very clear and easy to understand, and it all ties in beautifully with the theme. You are going out and doing 3 things, folks. You're going to explore the map and do some adventuring. You're going to search for treasure and explore and search and hopefully level up so you can do some combat. Yes, you're going to battle not only each other, but you're battling some NPCs, right? You've got your merchants and you've got your monsters, different risks and rewards. So lots of stuff going on, and it's all tied in nicely as far as theme goes along. Okay, so the gameplay in Rogue Seas is really streamlined and pretty easy to learn. You're basically doing a couple of things every turn, and what's great is you get right into the action right away. So it's a race to get to Treasure Island, and to do that you need to find 5 treasure maps, and also you need at least 16 health in order to survive the Infinity Storm, and once you're there, the first one in Treasure Island wins. Now, the game itself, it's going to have a point-to-point movement on the map. You're going to roll dice, but it's not just a dice chucker. You are going to be able to mitigate those dice with some of the cards or crew members that you have. So there are modifiers there. You're also going to do a little set collection. And finally, you're going to manage 2 different currencies, gold and notoriety. The gold will help you level up your ship, and the notoriety will help you level up your crew members and hire new crew members, because you're going to need those crew members to go out there and battle, right? Let's take a closer look at the board. Here we have the open sea, folks. As you can see here, the merchants are all over the place. And then in this game, it's a 2-player game setup. Myself and the blue ship, and then Michelle would be the green ship. As I talked about earlier, these are the player boards. Each has, for instance, this one's called the Royal Fortune ship. This is the Adventure Galley. And we each have different captains. In this case, Michelle had Anne Bonny, I had Bart Roberts. Again, look at that art, just gorgeous art. Iconography, as I said earlier, super easy to figure out, and you just have those ships and your captains, and you go out to the high seas and adventure. So you're going to be doing a couple of things on your turn. Let's take a look at that. So you move by rolling one of your dice, and it depends on how much you've leveled up your ship. Have you increased your ship's navigation? It'll tell you which die to use. Now these dice, they are 6-sided dice, but they're numbered from 1 to 3 on this die, The yellow die is up to 4, and so forth. So the stronger you get, the stronger your dice get. So your combat and your movement will be affected by that. So you roll that, you're going to move your ship, and you're either going to land on an island or a port, or you're going to do some battle. So like other fun pirate games, it's all about the battling for me, folks. I really enjoy the combat mechanism here. It's not just rolling, it's just not a roll-off. You're going to have your crew members in hand. You're going to have your combat, your weapons upgrade. Well, hopefully you've upgraded by doing the thing, which is rolling or spinning the little wheel here. So it's going to cost you, for instance, 2 gold to get the yellow die. Then you go to 4 and 6. So you get those stronger dice, of course. And likewise, you're going to level up your cargo, your ship's health, and then the navigation, which is the movement on the map. So as much as I like leveling up my ship by going out in the sea and stopping off at the ports and, you know, hiring some new crew, working on my ship, maybe increasing the health or the cargo of my ship, and hopefully leveling up my weapons and navigation system, it's all about putting those things in use. So let's take a closer look at combat. So combat, what's really cool is there's 3 different things you can do in this game to fight. You can go and fight another merchant, right? These are the merchant ships here, the white ships here. So you'll fight merchants. Their strength is going to be based on the convoy turns here. So each year, the merchant's going to get a little stronger. You beat a merchant based on that chart. Again, they get stronger each year, so their health is going to level up. You draw a loot card, and then you're going to take the things. And as you get more loot cards, you can turn those in for treasure maps as well. Okay, the second thing you can do is fight a monster. So as you're going around here, adventuring around, yo-ho, do-do-do-do-do. When you land on a monster spot, you'll go to the monster card here, and I have them set up over here. Depending on what it says, you're going to draw that monster and fight it. So this is the Megalodon, and you can see here, obviously they're much stronger. They have some pretty strong attack, but they also have some pretty big rewards as well. So here I could get 2 notoriety and 2 gold and 1 treasure map card. So the treasure maps are over on this side here. Again, you need 5 of these in order to go travel to Treasure Island. Now, of course, you have merchants, you have monsters. You could also fight each other. So if Michelle and I happen to run into each other in a spot, and we're going to go to combat. And combat works similarly across each opponent. You're going to look at your weapons. You're going to have any of your crew that are going to modify your dice rolls. You can take your dice roll, and then, of course, the higher dice roll wins. And, of course, that's when one of you gets to 0 health. So depending on what die you're going to roll, you know, you want the stronger dice, of course, and then you have your crew members. So in this case, I would have 2 additional strength here, and I do have re-rolls thanks to my rowing crew. And again, this is all the different crew members you can have. They're going to affect your ability to fight and also to move in different ways. So very cool. It's not just dice-based, it is card-based modifiers as well. And as I just gave that example, I just noticed this ship. This is actually a ship icon, so this doesn't actually help combat, but this does help your strength, so your health, so that actually be 2. So there are other ones here that are going to give you combat. So this, for instance, gives you a reroll in your combat and so forth. So again, the different crew members and the different captains have different abilities, and that's how combat works. Now, I want to point out this is such a cool little twist in this game. So you have your different ways to battle, but there's also a way to say, hey, we don't need to fight right now. Let's parlay. Let's talk out our differences. Let's be nice to each other. Well, maybe not totally nice to each other, but let's figure out a way where we don't have to get in combat and lose something. We can parlay. So the defender, what they can do is offer gold, right? We have gold here, notoriety, crew members, right? You can also offer a treasure map, or a crew card, and say, hey, I'm going to offer you this, and we're going to call a truce. Now, whether you call a truce or not, if it's either a truce or the end of a fight, you and that player have a 3-year truce. So you go back over here, and you're going to place player markers saying, hey, we don't get to fight for 3 years or 3 rounds. So there is combat, but it's not like every round is going to be, hey, I'm going to keep beating up on so and so. No, you're gonna take some time off, because combat affects everyone. You know, it is an action that, yes, you can beat people up, but you know, let's make sure that we're taking care of ourselves as well. So that's one option. Parlay. You could also try to escape. So you're going to discard a couple of notoriety and roll, and hopefully you're going to escape. All right, so that's combat, and as you can see, different ways to win at this game. You don't always have to battle it out. You don't always have to duke it out, but you are going to be able to find treasure. You get those maps out. Now, I really like that you can parlay or escape. I think that's a really cool addition to this game. It changes it up a bit. And, you know, another thing that's really cool, this game has a solo mode. And I'm a solo game player, and this is fantastic. It's got the adventure of the multiplayer game, but you're using a different deck of event cards, and also some objectives that you need to do. You're going to be fighting. It's still similar mechanisms as far as fighting and whatnot, but you have a different deck of cards that you're going to go through and hopefully complete your mission. So can you get to Treasure Island with 16 health and all 5 treasure maps? Only one way to find out. Play the game. Okay, friends, that's going to do it for our preview of Rogue Seas from Mighty Paladin Games. They've sponsored this video. Don't forget, the campaign launch is on Kickstarter June 14th. Now, don't just take our word for it. Check it out and see if it's the right fit for you and or your gaming group or family or friends or whoever. My name is Ruel Gaviola, and you can find me here on the channel at OFPG Voices. I'm also all over the interwebs. You can find me also on Rada Runs Through, Good Time Society, my own channel, Tabletop Tonight, and the Tabletop Live Network, amongst other places. Hope to see you soon. Take care, fam. Bye.